Alright, and we are here live on YouTube for some NASCAR Xfinity Series racing. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We are getting right into this one. Just give me a minute and we will be getting ready for this one. I am trying to get my TV thing working. But yeah, so we are here. We are ready for this one. So welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. There we go. Lagging just a little bit, which is not great. But yeah, so yeah, we should be getting ready for some racing here. Come on. I had the okay. There we go. There's the leaderboard. Come on. Little leaderboard. Come on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Alright. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Doing pretty good tonight. And let's go racing. Yes, let's go. Come on. There we go. Finally getting the leaderboard up. There we go. That should even out the lighting. And we are here and ready to go. Repping the Chastain shirt. And we will be, we should be green flag shortly. I don't know how long we have before the green flag because I was not watching pre-race coverage as we were getting ready for this. So, all right, here we go. Race tracker's already up, which means we can get rid of. We can go ahead and hide it right away, and boom. Alright, here we go. We are chilling out here. We got 15 people in chat. Again, thank you guys for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your afternoon here with us as we are getting ready for this one. Come on. Alright, there we go. That is basically perfectly centered, and here we go. Come on. Yeah. Alright, let's go. You ready for some action? Oh yeah, I'm certainly ready. We've got... There we go. Oh, they already got cars rolling on track. Wow, I did not realize we were that close to start time. So, yep, here we go. Alright, what's up? My favorite Xfinity Series driver is Daniel Dye, also pulling for Sheldon Creed. Alright, well, hey, we'll keep an eye on those drivers throughout the race, along with any other storylines that happen to pop up throughout the race. But yeah, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. You know, we got NASCAR Xfinity Series action here, and big news for the Cup Series. Denny Hamlin, he and his girlfriend are expecting their child sometime tomorrow. So if that happens, if she goes into labor shortly before the race, good chance Denny Hamlin might pull himself from the Cup Series car before the start of the race. Is anybody driving the 17 tonight? I don't think Hendrick has a driver in the 17 tonight. Took me a moment to even think about who would even be in the 17. What team is the 17? But yeah, no, that's the part-time Hendrick car. But no, I think the only Cup drivers in the field tonight. Let me go ahead and just confirm this real quick. So we've got Sheldon Creed, not Sheldon Creed, he's not a Cup driver. We got former Cup driver Eric Almirola, Ross Chastain. We do have Corey Day driving the 17. Yep, Corey Day. I had not realized he was in the 17. So, yeah, but no other, Chastain's the only Cup driver in the field. So, yep. And then however you want to classify Eric Almirola as former Cup driver. Alright, but yeah, there we go. They're getting ready for this one. Austin Hill and William Sawalich on the front row. Sawalich, the pole sitter here. Sam Mayer and Justin Allgaier, row 2. Alright, so there we go. I want Corey Day to win. Hey, I'd like to see what he can do, but I would not be picking him to win. Certainly would not be the person I would think. It is Denny Hamlin's girlfriend. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. But, yeah. But, yeah, it's... is it his wife? I couldn't remember if it was wife, girlfriend. Did they get married? Okay. But, yeah, so it's Hamlin's kid, though, that's, maybe there. Let's see. What place did... alright, like Nick Sanchez. Also, what place did Blaney qualify? Oh, man, we got bot. Yeah, give me a second. We'll get the bot right on out of here. Alright, so there we go. But, yeah, also, what place did Blaney qualify in for tomorrow? I haven't actually looked at the starting grid. I know that Briscoe won the pole, but I have not seen anything else. Hey, Blake McDowell, top 10. Let's go. Ryan Blaney. Where did he qualify? 15th. 15th for Ryan Blaney. So there we go. Again, we are chilling out here, getting ready for the start of this one. Yeah, no, there was a bot. We got the bot gone. Alright, so there we go. William Byron, let's see. Third for William Byron. And here we go. Lights are off of the pace car. Pace car pulls off the track. Field in the hands of the young rookie William Sawalich and Austin Hill as they go green, green, green. Green flag is out. We are racing here in Nashville. Again, William Sawalich, a very young pole sitter here. Oh, wow, making a very late block there, trying to squeeze up in front of the 21. Ultimately, the 21 decides that discretion is the better part of valor here, as they were only on turn 1 rather than holding his ground and probably wrecking them both. He ultimately just he lifts off the throttle. He'll lose a spot or 2, as he will fall into second place, is where he will officially fall in line. So he loses 1 spot there by giving up the front of the field, but yeah, better than ending up in the wall on lap 1. Who do I have winning this race tonight? As I say, it's a really tricky one to pick. I know the Stewart-Haas drivers in Cup were always pretty good here, so I wouldn't rule out a potential Stewart-Haas contending for it. But I think conventional wisdom will tell you that the Chevys. One, there's so many Chevys, but I'm going to go ahead and say I think that this could be a good shot for Carson Kvapil, and obviously, normally I would probably take Allgaier, but absolutely biased because of the fact that Kvapil was on the show last year. That hey, if it's a situation where I would consider Allgaier, usually I'll be thinking about Kvapil too. So. Let's go Sheldon Creed and Daniel Dye. Yep, Daniel Dye started a little further back. He is currently in the 18th position. Meanwhile, Sheldon Creed up inside that top 10 right there in 8th. So, there we go. Again, everybody kind of settling into a single file line, at least for the early portion here of the thing. I also got to be on alert because we are doing some things. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. And also, okay. Oh, wait, no, I already made my pick. I don't need to worry about making picks tonight, so I can ignore the phone. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are 4 laps into this one. Sammy Smith jumping down in front of former Junior Motorsports teammate there, Brandon Jones. I don't remember if they were actually there at the same, if they were on that team at the same time. Who drove the 7 truck yesterday from the Truck Series? 7 in the Truck Series. Was that? Oh, that was Corey Day. Corey Day was in the 7 truck last night, and he is also driving the 17 Xfinity Series car today. So, all right, so there we go. Again, everybody kind of settling into line here. Allgaier currently has the fastest lap here, but there we go. Sawalich makes a pass on Eckes here for the 11th position. Eckes and Sawalich starting to go at it for the 11th position. Eckes passes him right back on the. I have no idea if it's the inside or the outside because CW is not actually putting a camera on it, as there is a fairly decent attempt at a pass here from Sam Mayer. How was the Oxford 250? That was not the 250. That was the Memorial Day Clash, which is a brand new race for this year, making up the new triple header for Oxford Speedway, which includes the Memorial Day race, 4th of July race, and then the Oxford 250, which is in August. So yeah, August, I think 24th is the is the 250. But yeah, definitely hoping that Kyle Busch and friends will come back up for the for the July race like they did last year. Also pull for Ryan Sieg. All right, nice. But yeah, we did get Kyle Busch's autograph along with his Cup Series spotter and Brendan Butterbean Queen. Now I just need to find a Brendan Queen card to put inside of the autographed card sleeve that I got. Yeah, because that was all I had for him to autograph was the card sleeve. So there we go. I like Amarola's chances. Hey, that's a very good pick. I mean, Amarola, he's got the experience here. In fact, he's one of the few drivers who's in the field who's actually old enough to have real experience on this track in the Xfinity Series from the pre Nashville revival back a decade ago. Considering how young most of these drivers are, there are very few of them that have real experience on this track pre-revival. And here we go. Ooh! Allgaier got really loose right there, trying to get to the outside of Austin Hill, tried to get on there on the quarter panel to see if he could start a side draft. I was going to say, the autograph could be more valuable if he gets autograph. Who do you got winning tomorrow night's race? Well, I had the second overall pick in for a race pick, so I ended up going with Kyle Larson was my pick for tomorrow. I think it makes a lot of sense. He very rarely will have he very rarely goes through slumps, and usually when he does have a very bad weekend, like when he wrecked at Darlington, he answers it with a dominating performance like he did at Bristol. Last weekend, he had 2 crashes, one at Indy and then came to Charlotte and crashed at Charlotte. That was a really bad weekend. I think he tries to bounce back and silence any criticism on social media by absolutely crushing the NASCAR Cup Series field tomorrow. Of course, that's just my opinion, but that's my best guess as to what I think is going to happen tomorrow. Because I think Kyle Larson is going to be out for blood. I mean, he is not one to dwell on the past. I mean, as I say, we've seen it time and time again here. And we got. Okay, they just panned to it like there was either a caution or maybe some debris, but saying nope. I think Byron's going to win tomorrow. Hey, that's very possible. Very possible. I'd love to see a Michael McDowell win as he qualified inside the top 10 for tomorrow's race, but I am very well aware as a Michael McDowell fan. That is extreme optimism talking and not exactly realism talking, but yeah, so here we go again. We got Sawalich and Eckes have both dropped a spot here as Jesse Love has actually made his way up into the 11th spot here. Again, everybody knocking on the door of that top 10, but problem is they keep battling it out for the they keep battling it out for 11th rather than trying to make a real run at Ryan Sieg in the 10th position here. So there we go. We got a commercial, some kind of commercial you're going. Yep, side-by-side commercial. How about the 9 winning tomorrow? Again, I think the Hendrick Chevys have a good shot. I'll take Kyle Larson's chances over the other 3 Hendrick cars, but I wouldn't put it past him. One of my buddies has insisted that he thinks Bowman is the guy to beat tomorrow, so I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I think it could be a very strong day for Team Hendrick as a whole. So, looking forward to seeing that one tomorrow. Again, we'll be live right here on the channel for that one. I believe there's a good chance we'll be doing the there's a good chance we'll end up doing the IndyCar race as well. IndyCar at Detroit pre-race as well. So if you guys like the NASCAR, or not the NASCAR, but the NTT IndyCar series, feel free to tune in around noon 30 for IndyCar at Detroit. Should be a good precursor, and it feels weird that there's such a late race on for NASCAR tomorrow. I mean, it doesn't start till 7, so there we go. Him and the 19 team jive so well together. I listened to his scanner in the past races. His experience, communication lets his team give him whatever he needs. Yet, again, Amarola, he's very solid, and the biggest, and again, I think you cannot put, it is hard to put a true value on how, I mean, that experience is invaluable there. You can't take for granted the benefit of that experience, but then you've also got the part where he's only part-time, and it is hard to build that consistency over a part-time schedule. I love to see him give Cup a go again. I mean, you'll hear me say this a bunch of times. I've actually got a video in the works talking about silly season. I just don't really see where there's very many openings, which is a little unfortunate because, I mean, Hendrick Motorsports' roster is absolutely locked up for the next two to 3 years minimum. Then you've got Trackhouse, whose lineup sounds like might be getting close to solidified, and even if they don't stick with their 3 guys from this year, they already have a 4th guy waiting in the wings. Then there's the rumors around 2311, where it sounds like they have all 3 of their current drivers signed for next year already, including Riley Herbst, which means no movement on that front. Joe Gibbs Racing, barring a surprise Denny Hamlin retirement, I don't see the Joe Gibbs roster changing at all. Penske, barring some weird thing around the Tim Cindric leaving, I don't see a change at Penske. And even if they do, I think they would just move Josh Berry in-house and then promote somebody to maybe the 21 if everything goes terribly, and let's say Tim Cindric getting fired by Penske was a real deal breaker for Austin, even though I don't think that will be a deal breaker for Cindric. If Cindric says he's just out of Penske, he's leaving because they fired his dad, maybe, and then the 21 would be a spot. But yeah, I mean, Jimmy has definitely not had the best luck in that 84 car, but let's not try and let's not forget that Legacy Motor Club as a whole isn't a shell of a team, and especially the 84 car that they roll out for a couple of races. But yeah, I mean, if Front Row Motorsports wanted to enter a 4th car for a couple of races, I could see that being a team he would work well with. I think he would be, and especially if the front row guys decide that they think they might need a veteran leader. I think Amarola working with Gregson, Gilliland, and who's the other one over there? It's Zane Smith. I think those 3 could really learn something if they did have Amarola as a teammate for a few key races, but I also am of the opinion, I'm very high on Todd Gilliland. I think he is a great leader for the team as well. So I say Corey Heim will be in a JGR Xfinity seat. Again, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but I struggle to see where. I mean, again, Brandon Jones, if the funding's there, Brandon Jones probably sticks there in the 20. Full time. Yeah, Legacy has been doing it better in the last 4 or 5 races. Yeah, but if we're talking about Jimmy's DNFs, though, Jimmy only had 2 races this year, one of which was a top 5. So if we're looking at DNFs, he DNF'd at Charlotte this year. Maybe do NBA Championship Series. Let's say is it gonna be what, Pacers and well, and again, and that's something I was gonna talk about with the Amarola thing, is I do think it's very hard to I think it's very hard for a driver to jump in a car 1 or 2 times a year and really succeed. It can work at Daytona. At Daytona Talladega type races, you can jump in the car for 1 race and not be too far off the pace. But at a intermediate track in a team that is really not up to snuff, because again, especially the legacy of the last 2 or 3 years, not necessarily legacy this year, but the legacy of the last, say, 3 to 5 years prior to this year, though, you put a driver in there on a part-time basis, it's going to be very tough. Elliott should drive the Xfinity Series car again. I believe he is going to be running the Xfinity Series car for some races. Remember, Cup drivers are limited to only put Amarola in the 84. That's an idea. Hey, I would love to see it, but yeah. So, but yeah, Elliott. Again, Cup drivers are limited to only 5. I believe are limited to 5 Xfinity Series starts. So, if Chase Elliott is driving the 17, he's limited to only 5 total starts throughout the year. So that'll just be something to keep an eye on. Game 6 for the Western Conference is tonight. Western Conference was already solidified, wasn't it? I thought the Western Conference, I thought OKC already advanced with the win. Oh, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tonight. Jimmy did just spend $45 million on a charter from Rick Ware. That's actually something that they're still I haven't seen the resolution to that lawsuit yet, because that's the same charter that that's allegedly the same charter that the 60 team is using this year. So the 60 team has been leasing it, and and Legacy has been claiming that they've paid to buy that for next year. And from what I've heard, Rick Ware has been fighting it in court as to, like, hey, we didn't, the agreement that we were signing was for 2027, which would mean that even if they did pay for that charter, if Rick Ware is right about the year on the contract, that they won't have access to putting to that third charter until 2027, which is a little ways away. But again, they're at a side-by-side commercial break. Do you have a Discord? I've had a Discord on and off. I don't really even know if it's active right now or not. I've rebuilt my Discord server a couple of times, but so I'd have to double check after the stream to see if my Discord's still, if I had it. But yeah, speculative until things actually happen. Yeah, again, those 2 teams were actually going to court over it. So, until the court thing resolves, I would basically just chalk it down as there is no charter sale yet. But also, we just don't even know what this new charter agreement is. I mean, the new charter agreement is also being argued in court by the Front Row Motorsports, and 2311 teams are also fighting that. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. So. But yeah, so again, there we go. We got 34 people still hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your evening here. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. So we got 10 laps to go in stage number 1. It's going by pretty quick here. Now you can share the link to your friend doing the race tomorrow. And say, yeah, if you want to tweet it at me, say my Twitter should be linked in the description of the stream if you want to tweet it at me. Tweet the link at me, or my DMs I think should be open as well. So if you're trying to send it privately versus publicly, but. Let's see. The bench is clear in Baltimore. Oh, is there a fight between the White Sox Orioles? Yeah, caution flag! Parker Retzloff, the 28 of Kyle C. Both cars around, caution flies. And that is, as quickly as things can happen, it snapped around there. You're going to have to wait and see the replay as to what actually happened there, but. I'm going to say the 4 car absolutely just backed it in. The front end of his car looks really good, but yeah, he backed it into the wall there, it looks like. But yeah, there we go. Okay, a couple of hours ago, the White Ducks lost. Okay. White Ducks. Was that supposed to be White Sox, or is that supposed to be some sort of joke on the Orioles mascot looking like a duck? Have you ever been to Wisconsin Motor Speedway? Yes, I did. I did go there. I've gone to one race there. It was actually the first ever motorsports race I actually went to in person back in 2019. I was there and recorded a vlog from there. But yeah, and that's up on the channel. But yeah, so I have been there though. All right, so there we go. And say so that 4 team descends on that car, and they're gonna try and see if they can get this thing fixed up and ready to go. But again, that rear end is a lot of damage. But yeah, I'm not opposed to the idea of potentially going to some Wiscasset races throughout the year, especially where at least Wiscasset has racing going on this year. Much unlike my local dirt track where we. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be some sort of joke because the Orioles mascot does look very duck-like. So I wasn't sure, but yeah. But yeah, again, my local dirt track hasn't had any action because we keep getting massive rainfall. I mean, earlier today, I literally had to come home from work during my lunch break just to change into dry clothes because everything was drenched. So there we go. Alright, but yeah, again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. Just gonna clear out my message requests. I wish there was an easy way to just Is there a way to mass delete these messages? I have no idea. We got just so many spam messages from that. From just people claiming to be crypto geniuses or whatever, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling out here. Currently, okay, here we go. Pit road is open, and here we go. Let's say Hill, Sawalich, and Chastain. Looks like, is it going to be Austin Hill winning the race off pit road? Yes, it will be. Austin Hill is going to get control of the restart here with, say, currently 7 laps to go, so there will be a restart and a sprint to the stage win. So Austin Hill currently has the lead. Sawalich will get us a shot here from second. But, man, again, just such a weird wreck there. And so late in the run, too, for them. But Yeah, and then there's Alex Palou winning the Indy 500. Now having won 6 of the first 7. And again, tomorrow at noon 30, they've got the NTT IndyCar Series race going on. So there we go. Alright, but yeah, again, we're just chilling out here, currently under our full screen commercial break. You guys are not missing a thing as we are going to be getting ready for this one. Let's see, does Wiscasset have a schedule for next weekend? Because alright, let's see again. Also, what is there for NASCAR next week? Because I don't want to necessarily miss a NASCAR race if I don't have to. So there is trucks on Saturday, no Xfinity, and then Cup. So theoretically, if there's if Wiscasset's running races on Friday, I could get over there for Friday night. So there we go. But yeah, they obviously are still posting stuff from this weekend's races. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that though, and hopefully we'll be able to do some more local track racing here in a bit. When I'm assuming that's meant to say when are they racing in Mexico, and that is 2 weeks out. King of the Hill Revival. Have you seen the trailer? No, I have not. I assume, considering you're saying trailer, I'm assuming you're talking a movie, because yeah, no, I have not. I went to the Coastal 200. Sorry, used to the Coastal Carolina NASCAR car. Yeah, the Coastal 200 on May 24th. All right, nice. So they race in Mexico 2 weeks from 2 Sundays from tomorrow. So tomorrow we race in Nashville. Then we head to Michigan before heading down to Mexico. Why we go to Michigan the week before we head down to Mexico seems a little weird and a little strenuous on the teams. So, all right, here we go. Lights are off in the pace car. We are going to be getting ready to go back racing here with 5 laps to go. And a couple of and it looks like at least one driver has stayed out here as we're going to be getting ready for the restart. Pace car is off. It'll be 4 to go at the line. 4 laps to go at the line for the stage win here. As we go ahead and take the green flag is out, and we are racing here. And no, that's actually a couple of drivers staying out. Daniel Dye stays out to take the lead here. The 20 of Brandon Jones. Daniel Dye slides up to block it. But that bottom line comes storming through here. And there it is. That inside line. Matt DiBenedetto, Jeremy Clements come roaring through underneath Daniel Dye. Allgaier up to 4th here. He's going to be looking for 3rd. Allgaier now to 3rd. Austin Hill trying to make something happen too, but unfortunately not able to get that track position off the pit road because of the 4 or 5 guys staying out here. And we currently have ourselves a 3 laps to go here with Jeremy Clements versus Justin Allgaier for the race lead. Allgaier on fresh tires, making the most of them, going to the front of the field in a hurry. And Justin Allgaier takes the race lead here with the fastest car of the night right now. Currently holds the fastest lap, and now out in front of the field. 2 laps to go. 2 more times around for Justin Allgaier. And here we go. Let's see. What do we got? Again, DiBenedetto and Clements battling it out for 2nd and 3rd here. So far, everything looking in order here. Austin Hill trying to make something happen. We got 2 laps to go. And, I thought it was yellow. I saw Justin Allgaier. They really need to avoid yellow graphics on these things. But yeah, so again, Justin Allgaier out in front of the field takes the white flag, and he's starting to gap the rest of the Xfinity Series field as they head down into turn one. We got one lap to go. Austin Hill way on the outside, rocketing around. And right now, oh, caution flag does fly. Car spins in the back. It's Corey Day. How about the Phillies getting beat by the Brewers 17-7? Yikes. Kind of reminds me of the Rockies versus Padres score earlier this year when they had like a 21-7 loss or whatever, and it was like, I didn't realize this was the LA. I didn't realize this was San Diego Chargers versus the Broncos. But yeah, so there's been a lot of really weird scores in baseball games this year. Allgaier under the caution flag will claim the stage win. Clement second, third to Benedetto. Fourth will be Austin Hill. Fifth, Daniel Dye. Sixth, Creed. Seventh is where we will find Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones, Carson Kvapil, and Connor Zilic rounding out your top 10 points earners on the day in stage one. Eric Almirola, the first driver outside the points, which would only really matter for the Owners' Championship. Should have done Texas before Mexico. I mean, you could do Texas. Honestly, if you were going to do Mexico, I think you honestly could have done it this week. Do Mexico right after giving the teams a home, 2 weeks technically at home in North Carolina. You have 2 weeks in North Carolina to prep. I think that right there, I mean, it's not the closest geographically, but you're right at home basically for, I think the 2 weeks at home there would be more than enough to go ahead and convert into a very solid race in Mexico. So, but nope, they are racing in the now the Xfinity Series is not at Michigan this weekend, which that means the Xfinity Series teams will have an off week before making the trek down to Mexico. But the Cup Series cars will have to go from Mexico there. You got Little Rock got 22 versus Rhode Island. Okay, the final elimination game. All right, so there we go. All right, so again, they're still at a commercial break. But yeah, so again, I'm curious to see what the Mexico race will have in store. But yeah, these next four prime races between Nashville, Michigan, Mexico, and then Pocono are going to be interesting. Then we got Atlanta on June 28th, which will be the start of the TNT group. Same broadcast booth for both the TNT ones. So yeah, college basketball. Yep, there we go. Hey, good friend. This is to everyone, but not you yet. What is one place you enjoy eating at that only your town has? All right. Well, I do have I have a couple of answers that I could give. So, but yeah, I'd love to hear some of your guys' suggestions, and especially like. If any of you guys have some suggestions for when I go out of town to some of these races, like when I head down to when I travel to say Bristol later this year, love recommendations to try. Yeah, last time me and my friends we went down there, we ended up stopping in at Michael Waltrip's brewery for dinner. There's pretty good food there. Yeah, your town has. I find it hard to believe your town has no food places. Say, Taterhead. I find it hard to believe that your town doesn't have some food options. But yeah, there we go. Where is Glenn Reen in the 35? He and Catherine Legg both failed to qualify for the race, so they both did not make it into the field, unfortunately. But yeah, I feel like every town, for the most part, has at least one or two really cool mom and pop places. And say I'll give a couple of because I've lived in a couple different towns. But But yeah, a lot of places in Illinois. A lot of places in Illinois do not have food places in most towns. Yep, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, I remember looking at the drivers who failed to qualify list before we hopped on here, but yeah. I mean, I feel like almost any town, especially close to Chicago or New York, there's got to be like mom and pop pizza places or at least some type of thing there. Now, they might not be good, but they definitely exist. But yeah, so I used to live over in, I used to live and work over near Topsom, Maine, not far from Wiscasset. That's actually where I was living when I went to that Wiscasset race. And there's a cool diner called the Copper Kettle that has some great food there. So, there are ones all over the place. There we go. All right, you're past Champaign. Okay, I've never been to Illinois, so I can't say for sure, but I know, as I do know people from those areas, and I know especially Chicago pizza is one of their biggest things. So here we go, back from commercial break. Brandon Jones, Jeremy Clemens, DeBenedetto, and Daniel Dye, the four featured drivers on pit road, and I cannot imagine that. These guys are gonna get their pit stops in, gonna try and get their four tires and fuel, and hope that they can come out with a net positive as to where they were running, not to mention a lot of them earning their stage points that they so desperately wanted. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, and when I'm thinking of a place, I'm not necessarily thinking directly like in your town. It might be a town over, because like technically I lived in Bodenham, was the technical town I lived in, but I was like 2 miles from the town line for Topsom, so so technically that one was still a town up, but it was a place in the local area in the like 2-3 town radius. For Daytona, a place called the Corky Bells is a seafood restaurant in East Pawtucket in Florida. All right, nice. Yeah, I've got some friends who head down for the Sebring race and for the 12 hours of Sebring in March. And yeah, they end up staying in the town of Lorda, Florida, nearby. If I'm not mistaken, it's the town that they stay in. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, so some other ones though is that say my parents' hometown of Rockland, Maine has a really cool hot dog place called Wass's, which actually I think we actually have a little wooden model of the hot dog place. Give me a second. Nice. All right, there we go. Got Hill for stage 2. All right, nice. I'll put up the stage 2 poll here in a minute for who we think's gonna get it. But yeah, so I couldn't find the Wass's one. I'm sure we have the Wass's one. I know I've seen it, but we do have this one of a local ice cream place that was right in town as well. So, yep. So here we go. Here we go. Poll for it. Okay, population is 13. Yeah. Again, and that's why I say surrounding towns. Because, yeah, there are some places, like, especially in Alabama, there might not be a really good restaurant in your town, but, like, across the town line by 10, 15 minute car drive, Yeah, and you can usually find something. Because people have got to eat somewhere. But yeah. I just forget how many vowels are in a row in Allgaier's name until I go to spell his name. Okay, your town has approximately 1,000 people. Yeah, again. Yep, small towns definitely can provide that, but yeah. Alright, here we go. Oh no, that's a replay. I thought they were dropping the green flag, but yeah. Oh. But yeah, I figured that was a pretty cool one that I happened to know right where it was. Just not the one I was originally thinking of. But yeah, there we go. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we got the poll up there for that one. We got Allgaier, Creed, and other as the three options there. But yeah, I just found out that my town actually has a corral of food truck thing that I had not heard of. So I might have to go try that out sometime. All right, there we go. Friend is streaming the same race tonight. All right, nice. Here we go. Green flag's out. We are back to racing, and we got Justin Allgaier, the stage 1 winner on the inside, and on the outside we got Austin Hill driving that number 2 car. Do we got a putty tat looking to join us? I think I hear the putty tat whimpering here. Alright, but yeah, right now we got Austin Hill in second here, trying to hold off Sheldon Creed in the Ollie's car here. And everybody kind of filtering down a single file, except for, who's that? That is Eric Amarola, the AA battery up on the outside line. Honestly, Eric Amarola should get a Duracell or Energizer sponsorship. I mean, come on, the story writes itself for him to have the battery sponsorship with the AA nickname. Come on. Like, literally, how has no battery sponsor jumped on that one? Come on. Alright, but yeah, so again, right now, out in front of the field, a new fastest lap. Allgaier breaks his own, beats his own race record for the fastest lap of this race. Continuing to hold the fastest lap award point. And again, we're 11 laps already into this stage 2, 45 laps in both stage 1 and stage 2. It's going to go quickly, and then we've got it's 188 total laps. We'll be about halfway done when we get to the end of this stage. So again, right now we got Sam Mayer making some moves here. A bunch of people trying to make some spots, trying to gain. Drivers trying to gain, drivers trying to avoid losing them. Parker Retzloff officially is out of the race. All other drivers, though, on the lead lap, which is pretty impressive considering there was a multi-car crash when the 28 and 4 spun. But the 28 Kyle C is still up in 28th place. That's actually pretty impressive. So there we go. We're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 42 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Saturday evening here with us as we are getting ready for this one. Sammy Smith looking up the inside on the 41. He's looking to try and take the 11 as well. As he tries to go for a 2-for-1, ends up sliding up in front of the 41 of Sam Mayer. Mayer back to the inside, and he is going to try the crossover move down to the apron. The 41 of Mayer manages to pull off a masterful crossover maneuver there on the 8 car after a little bit of a scrape of the wall there. So a really good rebound there for the 41. Again, the 8 pulling off a slide job. Then the 41 battles back to the inside. He ultimately will lose the spot here as the 8 gets a push from Ross Chastain driving car number 9 here. And it looks like the 9 of Ross Chastain will also pass the 41 of Sam Mayer, putting Mayer back to 10th. So Mayer losing a spot or 2 here instead of gaining 1 or 2 like he was kind of hoping he might. Alright, so again, right now we got Taylor Gray, who, honestly, Taylor Gray has been impressing me quite a bit this year, so the fact that he's battling it out for the 11th and 12th spot is actually pretty cool, so. Here we go. And caution flag flies. Yellow, 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 and it's the 31 of the Jordan Anderson Racing Machine. Blaine Perkins through the grass. Caution flag flies, and that will be yet another yellow flag here. Second caution of the day third caution of the day for contact. So, I forgot that the stage-ending caution actually came out on the white flag lap, which ended up, ending the race to the line. Oh, man. Yeah, so again, the 31 came down off the, from right up at the fence. Looked like maybe on the 70 of Thomas Anazitia. Oh, actually, the 70 or whoever that green and black car was, actually was the one that made contact with the 31. Sorry, I thought the 31 might have come down a bit onto him, but no. He just drives up, hits the 31 in the corner, and spins him right out. So, that is going to be the result there, and that is going to be ourselves going to be our third caution flag of the night. As we are going to be getting ready for this one. Right now we got this one going. Let's see. Alright, well, again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We are currently sitting at 30 on the subscriber count. Again, thank you guys for everybody that helped us hit the big goal of hitting 3,000 by the end of the month of May. Of course, today being the final day of the month of May, we are currently sitting 70 away from 3,100, but I don't anticipate hitting 3,100 tonight, but if we did, that'd be insane. If we found 70 new subscribers tonight, but again, I highly doubt it. Again, they're at the commercial break during the caution flag. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's take a look at the poll here. Alright, so we got 9 votes on it. It looks like Allgaier is the heavy favorite to win this one. Let's see. Alright, well, we're chilling out here. Let's see. Alright, they finally moved on for the wheel. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's check Twitter real quick, see what Twitter's got going on. See if there's anything notable if I just pull up Twitter here. Parker Retzloff already tweeting out that he's gonna say it's his fault for being that close to Kyle Sieg to begin with. Alright, so there we go. Omitting NASCAR, what you watching? Are you talking about just like over what I'm watching kind of outside of NASCAR, obviously for just entertainment outside of this? Because yeah, for me it's basically reruns of a lot of older shows. I watch a lot of cartoons from when I was a kid. I just rewatch a lot of the same ones, and then I've got like 3 kind of more quote unquote adult TV shows that I watch where with like real, just kind of crime and cop shows. So yeah, but yeah. So again, for the I say when it comes to a lot of TV series, it's like, yep, no, I don't have the time or focus on like 8 or 9 different shows, but I find the 2 or 3 that I really like, and I just stick with them. So, latest one obviously being waiting on the new next episode of Criminal Minds, because Criminal Minds is currently in their 18th season. Yeah, and so new episodes each Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that. There you go. Ryan Ellis, the race fit check. 160 pounds? Some of these race car drivers could bench press his entire weight. I mean, he's incredibly small. I mean, and he's not exactly short. I mean, he's 5'9", which is honestly a fairly respectable height, but to only be 160 pounds is insanely light. Lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to go back racing. Alright, so there we go. Pace car's off. Field in the hands of the 7 and the 21. As we go green flag's out. We are back to racing here. 21 laps in to the second stage here. We are right about at the halfway point of stage 2 here. Getting closer and closer to the end of this one. Again, as the laps remaining in that stage start to dwindle down, you know that that these drivers' patience is going to be at an all-time low here as drivers are going 4 wide. Ross Chastain goes 4 wide on the outside, just barely, as Taylor Gray managed to escape the situation, reducing it down to only a 2 or 3 wide situation. But man, Ross Chastain, shock and surprise that he would be the one to absolutely go all in there on the 4 wide move. I did not think that was going to work. I thought that would be another caution, but manages to escape with this one, and he picks up a couple passes as he does it. So. Alright, so there we go again. 23 laps into this one here. 68 laps completed on the day. Oh, we got ourselves a pretty good race, though, going. Here we go. Sam Mayer makes the pass on Sammy Smith. Again, Eck is still hanging out right outside the top 10. He hasn't made it into the top 10 much today, if at all, but he's been consistently right there at number 11. But yeah, again, right now we got everything's going pretty good here, though, so far. We got the 19 of Amarola dogging the back bumper, the 88 of Connor Zilich. Zilich currently holds the 4th position, Amarola in 5th. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, right now the battle between Amarola and Zilich is heating up here. And, wow. I'm going to say, Austin Hill right ahead of that group. That would be, and say if they make that pass, that'd be a really big one to get ahead of Austin Hill. And say if you make that kind of pass happen, you'll be recognized for sure there. Alright, but yeah, again, we're just chilling out here. 26 laps to go. Or, sorry, 26 down, 20 to go. So, working our way through this one. Kind of surprised we haven't had a caution flag with how aggressive these guys have been getting, but here we go. On roll to the inside of Sawalich. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So again, 28 laps here, and Taylor Gray trying to make some moves on the outside. There we go. Alright, so again, there we go. Gray and Eckes have both jumped up into the top 10. There we go. There's a couple of drivers we don't normally see up in the top 10. Alright, so again, we're coming up on 15 laps to go. 15 more times around here in this stage. Alright, man. Man, it is. Alright, come on. We got Daniel Dye looking to the inside here, trying to make the pass on Sammy Smith. There we go. Daniel Dye making an appearance. Man, I just need water really badly at the break. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Amarillo makes the pass here on Austin Hill to go up to third place, and that is going to be Amarillo now moving up to third. I'm going to go just run and grab that water really real quick while they are running out the remaining 15 laps. I'll be right back. The TV is just not set up. Megan's trying to get your attention. Megan was trying to get your attention. Also, Gizmo could use some food if someone gets a chance. Alright, sorry about that. We are back and we are ready to go. Alright. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, right now we got, coming back, we got about, coming up on, what is that, 6-7 laps to go. So here we go. Alright, so 6-7 laps to go here. Alfredo trying to make a pass here. Towards the back half of the field. Nice to see Anthony Alfredo at least being able to do something with that number 42 machine. And that passes for 32nd. Great. But yeah, so Allgaier though leading by nearly 3 seconds. If it isn't, Allgaier is basically a lock to win this stage at this point from this distance. Here we go. Daniel Dye into the back of Taylor Gray. Daniel Dye with a little bit of bump and run action there on Taylor Gray. No harm, no foul there. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, right now the battle here is right near the back half of these points here. We got the 25 of Harrison Burton. We got the 11 of Josh Williams. Williams to the bottom of the racetrack on Harrison Burton here, battling it out for what is currently the 13th position. But honestly, Kaulig as a whole is looking a lot better tonight than they have in a couple of races past because they've got 2 cars inside the top 10 and Williams currently sits in 14th. So that whole team looking a lot better than we've given them credit for the last couple of weeks. So good job for Kaulig for at least figuring it out for 1 week or at least getting it right this week. So. Alright, there we go. Alright, 4 laps to go. 4 more times around here. Let's see. What do we got? Alright, so 4 laps to go here. I mean, Creed and Amarola are actually close enough to battle it out for a second here in the stage. Yeah, and then you've got Sawalich and Chastain who are right on top of each other, but both junior motorsports cars, I'm assuming they will just play nice with each other to the checkers. Assuming no real pressure from Mayer, although Mayer isn't too far back there, but he's also got Hill right on top of him. How are we not focusing in on one of those battles? Either Sawalich versus Chastain or Mayer and Hill or some combination of all 4? Because, yeah, here we go. Here comes Austin Hill on Sam Mayer looking to try and make a move. So here we go. 2 laps to go. Again, Allgaier so far ahead. I think it'd be very hard for Allgaier to lose this one. Lose this stage. Again, stage 2 will be wrapping up here 2 laps time. Yeah, right now the battle that we're watching is the 21 versus the 41 for this one. They've been basically just stalking each other for a while, but again, only 1 lap left to try and make something happen here as they take the white flag. White flag, 1 lap to go, and Justin Allgaier catching the back half of catching the back of the pack here. So there we go. Trying to lap the 31 car. 31 car of Blaine Perkins wants to try and hold them off. Meanwhile, again, we've got the Mayer versus Hill battle heating up here. There it is. Allgaier, Creed, Amarola. Allgaier wins the stage handily. And then we got Sawalich and Chastain rounding out your top 5 for the stage. Mayer, Hill, Quapple, Eckes, and Daniel Dye will round out your top 10 finishers. Taylor Gray will get the honor of being the 11th place driver, who was the first driver to earn 0 points from the day. So there we go. All right, so we're under caution flag at the end of the second stage there. All right, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see, we got 29 people hanging out in chat. There we go, just double checking things. Making sure everything's all. Let's check Twitter, see what Twitter's got going on here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here, getting ready for the final stage as we are getting ready to cross halfway completed here. Halfway in this race will be at lap 94. We're currently working lap 93 of this one. So again, we'll be crossing we'll be crossing the halfway point here under the caution flag. And then we'll be getting ready for the second half of this race. Again, so far it's been a very hard race for drivers to pass. Once you get the lead, you've been able to kind of take off a little bit and get a bit of a gap to second going. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright. Alright, definitely regretting not getting a little bit of sleep this afternoon, but we are here and ready for this one. Alright, again, and here we go, coming down pit road. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I thought we were going to be doing that last lap, but nope. Here we go, coming down pit road as we cross halfway here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Amarola, Creed, Allgaier, Sawalich. The 4 drivers that are highlighting here as we get ready for this one. And here we go. Creed wins the race off pit road, beating Allgaier. Sawalich also gaining a spot on pit road. Mayer gaining 2. Amarola loses 2 spots. Hill, Quapple both gaining a spot. Yeah, I say a lot of people gaining spots, which means somebody lost a lot of spots there. So there we go. Alright, yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Man, these commercial breaks definitely, the commercial breaks at these stage, I mean, I get it. The stage cautions themselves take some time to occur, so you might as well pack it with ads, but definitely makes the transitions between the stages feel like it takes even longer. Alright, so there we go. Near 9 o'clock, which luckily, again, we're over halfway through this race as we've crossed the halfway mark. Alright, so here we go. Coming back from commercial break, they're highlighting the five Ford drivers in each of their different charities that they support. All right, nice. Here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are getting ready to go back racing. Here we go. Let's build this energy back up as we kind of got into a little bit of a lull there towards the end of stage 2. But we got some ice water. We are ready to go racing, and we've got a poll question coming up in a minute. So. Oh, whoa! Green, 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 and caution immediately! I was looking away for the wrong second as the caution flag flies and a wreck occurs. Christian Eckes is involved. Brandon Jones involved. Anthony Alfredo got turned around, and we've got ourselves yet another caution flag here. Everybody wrecked it on the front stretch. What on earth happened? Alright, so here we go. Here's the replay. And the leaders both try to hold it up. And everybody kind of just gets jacked. Everybody kind of just starts running into the back of the car in front of them there. As the leaders both decide to wait on the caution on the green flag. So they say the leaders have until the end of that restart zone to decide to go. Leader controls the race, but man, when you go for that late restart and everybody else is anticipating an early one, it ends up in a mess in a hurry. Alright, so there we go. Again, they had not gotten to the end of the restart zone, so there was no need to there was no need of the leader, so there's nothing that the leader of Sheldon Creed did wrong there. I believe Sheldon Creed was the control car on that one. Yeah, so Creed, nothing he did wrong there. He has the ability to choose when to go and when not to go. Alright, so again, there we go. Just had to get that text sent off, and we are ready to go. Currently at a commercial break here as we are under caution flag, which we really never even got back to green from, as there was a massive crash caused by the Sheldon Creed's choice to go late in the box. That is very much a typical Sheldon Creed type move, but yep, there we go. so we're chilling out here. We got the poll question. I'm just waiting for confirmation to make sure that we're actually that's a viable option. All right, yeah, we are getting ready for this one again. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Ooh, uh-oh. Gonna say, 16 minutes ago, Wisconsin Speedway driver Shane Lane was involved in an accident in turn 3 in the Pro Stock feature. Shane is awake and alert following the impact, but has been transported to a local hospital for further evaluation. So, man, you hate to see that. Glad to see he's okay. Yeah, at least okay, quote unquote, there. But yeah, you always you hate to see something like that, and you just hope for the best at this point. But man. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, though. Again, we are currently under a caution flag here for a massive crash, again, caused by the stack-up of Sheldon Creed opting to go later in the restart. Tomorrow's race, they've got the broadcast starting at, let's see. Favorite exercise, ice hockey. Again, this guy weighs next to nothing. I'm gonna say, least favorite exercise, weight training with DeBenedetto. That's funny. Alright, there we go. So yeah, Ryan Ellis, he only weighs 160 pounds total. I don't know many people who can really do ice hockey that weigh that little amount. And then, yeah, here we go. Another replay of this one. And again, drivers in both the inside and outside lanes getting caught in the checkup as both Creed and Allgaier, the drivers behind them, were anticipating the restart to be earlier, but Creed, in very Creed fashion, he waits until one of the last moments to go ahead and attempt the restart, and sometimes it just does not play out well for him, unfortunately. Alright, so again, still rolling around here, and we've now gone 14 laps of caution flag racing into stage 3. Are we really going to see is there a world where we see nearly a quarter of this stage get eaten up by cautions without a single green flag lap to interrupt them? Because we barely saw a green flag second of racing there earlier. Alright, so there we go. Again, they are still rolling here. Lights are still on the pace car, which means we're going to be here for a little bit longer here. But yeah, there we go. Brandon Jones getting his, getting some service done, and he will be back up to speed here shortly, hopefully. Alright, we got 33 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody popping on in here. Again, we are just chilling out here waiting for this one to get back to the restart. We've been caution flagged for now 15 straight laps. In fact, half the caution flag laps in the entire race have come during this current period. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Oh, actually, I can get some air going too. Give me a second. We'll be right back with you guys in a second. Again, we're currently under caution flag. You're not missing anything. Alright, there we go. Let's get some air at least circulating. There we go. And noise shouldn't be a big problem, but if it is, just let me know and we can turn it back off. Okay, my mic's not picking up anything, at least not on the software, so you might hear a very subtle hum, but yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal. And it gets some airflow going. Still, light's still on the pace car. They're showing the onboard camera here for the zero, for the double zero, and again, we are just waiting to see what's going to end up happening here. A lot of cars damaging, a lot of good cars damaging that one, but Sheldon, Creed, and Allgaier maintain their top two restarting positions, so those two alone could potentially drive on to win this one. We're just waiting because we are currently still under the caution flag for now the 17th lap in a row, and it looks like we're going to be going at least 19. So there we go. But yeah, we've gone. It's like, come on, how do we go this far into this stage without a single lap of green flag racing? They go to another commercial break. I'm gonna go run and do something real quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. So, there we go. Yep. There we go. Lights are off and we're getting ready to go back racing. So, yeah, that pre-race poll is not going to end up happening because, I just went to talk to my dad about it. And I'd say the new studio should hopefully be ready for Michigan. I've said this like 8 different times, but I think we will actually be ready here as we get ready for the green flag will be on lap 20. We almost went 20 laps of yellow flag racing here to start this one. Lights are off on the pace car. We got, again, everybody's got to be ready because Sheldon Creed is going to go late in the restart zone. So here we go. Pace car's off. And green flag is out. And yep, once again, he went late, but everybody was given plenty of space on this restart. There's going to be some gaps here, and it's going to be it's going to be an easy one for drivers on the outside line trying to find a spot on the inside line. But there we go. Creed to the lead. Yeah, Allgaier fills in the spot in second. Sawalich third. Mager fourth. And Amarola hangs on inside the top 5. Hill, Gray, Quapple, hey, there we go. Quapple on the outside here in the Bass Pro Shops car. Jesse Love. Oh boy, we got some real mix-ups there. There we go. We got the 1 of Quapple. We got the 9 of Chastain dueling it out for the 8th position there. And here comes Chastain is on fire here. He's now going past Taylor Gray. And I say, Chastain looks like he's got cheat mode engaged or something because he is absolutely flying by these guys. Passes Quapple and on the very next lap goes by Taylor Gray. And I say, so now Chastain up to 7th. Can he get 6th place on this lap to keep the streak alive of passing 1 car each of the last 2 laps? I don't think he'll be able to get to the Austin Hill, but then again, if he kept up that pace, he would get to the lead and then have like 70 laps to go or so. But yeah, again, he was on fire there from that restart. So good job, Chastain, with that one. Getting some good pacing. And speaking of good pacing, here comes Sawalich down the inside. Connor Sawalich trying to take 2nd place away from the very experienced Justin Allgaier. Mr. Older and Wiser here with the newly crowned Xfinity Series Championship trophy in his possession, and you've got the young 18-year-old Connor Sawalich trying to take that spot away. And he does so. Connor Sawalich up to 3rd. And, so it's Creed, Sawalich, Allgaier, Mayer, Amaral in the top 5. Daniel Dye's made his way all the way up to 8th as well. So Daniel Dye with some good moves here early on in the off the restart. Quapple and Love is slipping back just a little bit. And here we go. We got the 26. Not sure who's driving the 26. Is that Thompson? Yeah, he in the that's Dean Thompson versus Sammy Smith in the 8 car, dueling it out for the 12th position here. There we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And there's Christian Eckes out of the race. Unfortunate. Just caught up in that restart stack up, but there we go. So there we go. 73 laps to go here. Working our way through this one. Alright, there we go. Again, Dean Thompson, he's doing an okay job running in the 12th position. He's started this race all the way back in 20th, dropped back to 30th at one point, and he has now moved his way all the way back up to knocking on the door of the top 5. So here we go. 72 to go here, and there we go. The 9 of Chastain clears Austin Hill for the spot. The 21 of Austin Hill drops back to 7th. Yeah, say Ross Chastain up into the 6th position, and Chastain's going to continue to try and drive on through. He's got Eric Almirola currently sitting in the. Let's see. All right, we're chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so again, the 00 versus the 88 of Creed and Zilich. This is going to be an interesting one down the stretch. And can we please stop using yellow graphics on and around? Alright, nice. Yep, CeeLo at the track, nice. But yeah, if we could please, for all things, just don't use a yellow sponsor anywhere remotely close. Don't use yellow coloring anywhere around the leaderboard. Thought another caution came out, but no, it's just them doing a feature on Sheldon Creed, the guy they've had the cameras on for the last 20 laps, which, again, fair enough. He's been the race leader that entire time. So here we go. Again, Connie Zilich looking up the inside. Zilich all over that rear bumper, and here we go. Alright, so 68 laps to go here. Allgaier trying. Oh! Allgaier with a little bit of contact there as he's battling it out with Creed. Zilich did get by Creed on that last lap. So there we go. There's a Zilich able to make the pass. Creed not able to hold off. Yeah, it's definitely, or not Ellis, Zilich definitely making some good moves here. Then we got Allgaier, Creed, Mayer, and Almirola. Again, that top 5 is not changing a ton. It's just kind of the order of them. Alright, so 67 laps to go. Yeah, we're just working our way through this one. But yeah, this one we are 33 laps. We're about a third of the way through this stage. And it is definitely not going as planned here after that initial restart by. There we go. So again, they go to a side-by-side commercial break. We are currently no problem. But yeah, so the side-by-side commercial breaks, though, I appreciate them. I think they're definitely better than. Alright, there we go. 65 laps to go. And again, duels are happening all throughout this one. We got Austin Hill versus Daniel Dye. We got the 45 and 28. That should be Cesar Baccarelli versus yeah. But yeah, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, again, we got 63 to go. Again, working our way through this one. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's get these glasses wiped down. 62 laps to go here. We got Sawalich over Allgaier, Creed, Mayer, Aroa, and Chastain. There we go. Alright, there we go. Man, again, this side-by-side commercial feels like it's taking a little while as we got 60 laps to go. Hopefully we'll be back to full screen here shortly. Yep, there it is. Back to full screen racing, and we will be getting ready for this one. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Getting down towards the end of this race, it is starting to get just a wee bit late, especially for how long a day it was, but again, so far, the leader, Connor Sawalich, has the lead by 6 cents of a second, so. Alright, so there we go. So again, Allgaier is trailing Sawalich by 6 tenths of a second. Everybody else is like 2 plus. Yeah, seconds back, so there we go. Alright, come on. Yeah, right now, Taylor Gray trying to get by Sammy Smith. There we go. That's a battle for 11th as they're dueling it out here, trying to get this last spot inside the top 10. Alright, here we go. Alright, yeah, so again, 56 laps to go. They're working their way through this one. Alright, so again, right now, Sawalich trying to make some moves here on Taylor Gray and Sammy Smith, that battle for 11th. But yeah, as of right now, though, the battle at the front of the field, again, you've got Sawalich and Allgaier out in front of the field. Alright, so again, 55 to go. We're just working hard to this one. But yeah, I would love to see a battle that isn't this battle for 11th, but right there we go. Taylor Gray takes the lead here, and it is 3 wide for the 11th spot. Again, 3 wide for 11th, but there we go. Right. Oh no, man. There he goes. Oh, it's good pocket rocket. All right. Oh, and there's William Sawalich going around. Again, my screen is a little bit behind, so you guys probably are seeing things before I do, but yeah. So William Sawalich goes around while battling it out for the 11th spot there with Sammy Smith and Taylor Gray. Curious to see what actually happened there, but back under the caution flag yet again for the second time this stage and for the sixth time tonight. Oh, yep, William Sawalich just came up right behind somebody else, tried to hit him in the quarter panel, and spun himself out. So that is going to be a self-inflicted injury there or not injury, but self-inflicted wound for the car there. Alright, so since we're going to have an elongated caution probably again, I'm going to use the bathroom, and yeah, we'll be back with hopefully before the restart. And we are back here. Sorry about the extended break there, but we are back. Mexico City is the next NASCAR Xfinity race, so there we go. Alright, they're coming back pretty much perfect timing. Alright, welcome all in. Alright, let's try and hype this one up. So again, Ross Chastain in the booth for the Mexico City race, as I believe Daniel Suarez will be driving in it. Then we got Ryan Blaney at Pocono, the site of his first career Cup Series win. He'll be in the booth for the Xfinity race. Alright, should be a good set of, they got a lot of, they got a pretty good set of, Cup Series drivers making Xfinity Series booth debuts. So here we go. Pace cars off, field back in the hands. Who on earth is that? Green flag is out. That is the 20, and I have no idea who that is on the outside. 20 Brandon Jones, but here we go. Down the inside goes Justin Allgaier looking for the lead. And okay, that was Sawalich on the outside. So that was Sawalich on the outside. Allgaier, though, on the inside, powers around, takes the lead. And Justin Allgaier, the Xfinity Series champion from last year, takes the lead here at Nashville. 48 laps to go. Still plenty of time for things to change, but as of right now, it is trending very much in Allgaier's direction. Getting that lead is crucial here, although we did see Sawalich be able to track him down and pass him on the last run, so I guess the question is, what changes will Allgaier make this time around to try and avoid getting passed by the teammate? Eric Almirola and Sheldon Creed doing battle 3 wide down the back straightaway. Sam Beard to the bottom. There we go. Creed is going to come out of that with the with the third position. Almirola and Mayer are going to continue to battle it out. It looks like for the fourth position. And no, there we go. Mayer backs right out of that one. He does not want to stay. He does not want to continue to stay side by side with Almirola after losing that 3 wide battle there. All right, so again, we got ourselves a pretty good race going here. Everybody's getting down the single file here and going to start logging laps. But there we go. Do you see Truex in the 11 car tomorrow? I mean, this is like the perfect. This would have been the perfect storm for Corey Heim to get a Cup start, but he's already in the 67 car. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible to see Martin Truex Jr. go into the 11 car. I think. Do we think? Here's the question: do we think Jimmy's around? Because Jimmy in the 11 car. That way we can throw any question of is it the equipment out the window, because that 11 car is one of the best cars in the field. There'd be no question there as to, okay, is it Jimmy or is it the equipment in the over at Legacy? So I think that'd be an interesting one, but I would certainly support Truex there. The biggest thing is it's just going to come down to the timing of when his wife goes into labor for their child. But again, I definitely support Denny Hamlin prioritizing being there for his kid over a silly NASCAR race any day. So now, actually, wait a minute. What about the other Truex? Could we see Ryan Truex maybe get an opportunity in the 11? That would be something I'd be really interested in. Can someone call up Ryan Truex? Can we get him to the track? And I think that would be an amazing backup there. I'd love to see Ryan Truex get an opportunity like that, show out for the Cup Series team owners. And hey, maybe he can earn himself a full-time Xfinity seat at the very least for next year. So there we go. How about you become Denny Hamlin for one day? I don't necessarily know if I want to necessarily become a 45-year-old guy, but if you're talking about a Denny Hamlin fan, I mean, there's like about 8 or 9 other drivers I'd like to be a fan of less, but yeah, he's definitely not my favorite. Give me 500 McDowell losses over in exchange for 1 win any day. There we go. Ooh. No, nothing important. I thought I saw a tweet that I needed to respond to, but no. Oh, yeah. So right now, though, everybody's just kind of settling in here for the long run. We got Mayer going by Amarola for the 4th position. Zilich and Allgaier have not separated that much from each other. Only a tenth or two separates them, so they're still bumper to bumper there. Looking down through the rest of the field, though, there's some, again, a lot of people pretty close here, and say just seeing this one, the 9, oh! Did the 9 end up with a flat tire there? As the 9 went and kind of hit hit one of the other cars at a really weird angle, and looked like it really hurt his performance there. So Chastain currently going to be hurting just a little bit here. The weird thing about this track is, again, it feels like a short track, but we've got, what, 2 cars off the lead lap, and it's William Sawalich and Dean Thompson, who are both just involved in the most recent crash. Those are the only drivers off the lead lap that aren't out of the race. As I say, here we go, 38 laps to go. So 38 laps to go. Again, we're working our way through this one. But yeah, here we go. Zilich on the back bumper of Allgaier. Again, the two of them starting to separate themselves out enough to where Creed is not as much of a threat. You can start to battle it out amongst yourselves if you guys can just get this lead out to about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, which it is already at 1.5 seconds away. So again, you always want to be careful when battling or potentially battling a teammate for the lead, but as of right now, I think this very well could be a big one here. There we go. Alright, so again, right now we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time as we are getting closer and closer to the end of this one. 36 laps to go. Alright, but yeah, so again, we'll be streaming the NASCAR Xfinity or the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow alongside the we'll also be streaming the race at the Detroit Grand Prix there. So we'll be streaming both of those races. Should be a good one. Alright, let's see. Alright, but yeah, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I'd say Zilich starting to lose a little bit of ground. I mean, it's only a little bit, and he very well could just find his grip again and run right back up to the back of Allgaier. But again, if he has that kind of speed, he should just pass him. But as of right now, they are nearing a 2-second lead between the two of them and Creed. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Junior Motorsports winners this season. All 3 different Junior Motorsports cars have won races this year. Allgaier winning both Vegas and Miami. Zilich winning the Circuit of the Americas road course race, road course being his specialty, and Sammy Smith winning on the back of a disqualification at Rockingham. But I do guess a win is a win, but yeah, there we go. 32 laps to go. Again, we are just ever so slightly taking closer and closer to the end of this one here. Alright, there we go. so 30 laps to go here. We got, again, Sawalich and Allgaier. They're sticking pretty close here, but yeah, the rest of the field just kind of settling down here. Not a lot of, that's kind of the unfortunate thing, is that nobody's really making any real pass attempts here, it doesn't feel like. Or at least if they are not showing it here, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so again, we got 28 laps to go. This one, as I say, we're going pretty good here. As I say, nothing to complain about so far. Again, Sawalich is staying very close, and we're about to get the lap traffic. There we go. That's what we were waiting for, was getting towards lap traffic. Alright, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. 25 to go. Here we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Just kind of looking down through the list. We got, again, 2-second gap to Creed, then another half second back to Mayer, then almost 2.5 seconds between Mayer and Amarola for 4th and 5th, which is just insane. Again, we're getting towards the end of this one. Again, I apologize, I've been distracted down the stretch here. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the stream regardless. Again, 23 laps to go. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this one. And again, the 7 working his way through lap traffic, and the 88 following suit here. Alright, so again, there we go. Let's say, Jesse Love just passed Taylor Gray, and we didn't get a single shot of it. Come on. There we go. Now we get to go ahead and see this dogfight here as Taylor Gray tries to pass the 2 of Jesse Love back. So here we go. Again, battle for 9th here. Jesse Love currently holding on to that 9th position, while Taylor Gray in 10th is going to try and take it away. Let's say, I'm curious to see how aggressive the 54 will go to try and get that one. And there's William Sawalich getting pushed to the garage, and that will essentially end his day. Yeah, yeah, they needed, needed more repairs than that. Now he can still return to the race, but he is going to lose way too many laps in the pits there. So there we go. But yeah, right now though, again, Alfred is a Allgaier and Zilich are absolutely cruising their way through the lap traffic. Meanwhile, yeah, Jesse Love and Taylor Gray are still in a really close battle here, but no, wow, no stage points earned for Jesse Love all night tonight. Wow, there we go. I need to take the dog for potty. What time are you going to be hopping in? Tomorrow, I would expect probably around noon-ish for the IndyCar race, and then for NASCAR, probably expect about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'll try and have the streams both scheduled tonight, so you'll see it. When is CeeLo 500? When is CeeLo 500 race? I have no idea what you're referring to. But yeah, again, right now we got Harrison Burton versus Jeb Burton, the cousins dueling it out here. There's a Jeb Burton, the older cousin, Harrison, the younger cousin here, and they are both dueling it out here, just ahead of the leader of Justin Allgaier, I believe that is. Nope, that is Brandon Jones. Never mind. Different yellow car. But yeah, we got the Battle of the Burtons here. Yeah, always gotta love when those two are racing against each other head to head. Alright, so 17 laps to go. Again, Allgaier has now a half-second lead over his teammate Zilich, so he can at least start to work that one in. But yeah, again, I'll try and have the both streams scheduled tonight so that you guys can so you guys can see the intended start times. Again, things may pop up that will delay it a minute or two, but I will try and be on time with those things. So. Yeah, we are chilling out here. 16 to go. 16 more times around. And again, right now, it's Allgaier versus Zilich. I was right about the Chevys. I was just wrong on trying to root for my boy Quapple. Carson Quapple in the number one car. Still sits inside the top 10, but unfortunately not going to be finishing far enough up in the top 10 for me. Alright, so there we go. Allgaier's in car camera. They got the all the Hellman's mayonnaise stickers everywhere as we are going to be 15 to go. 15 more times around here, and there's the there's Sam Mayer passing the Alright, so again, here we go. We got Creed versus Mayer here battling it out. About 2.5 seconds back of the lead. Again, these guys are gonna say they're in lap traffic, so it's gonna be even harder for them to try and run their way back up to Allgaier as of right now. And I don't think without a caution, I don't think any of them are gonna get there. So without a caution, it's either Zilich or Allgaier's race to lose. There we go. Alright, so again, 13 to go here. Yeah. Allgaier is really starting to work these lap cars, although Nuz does not get by the 99 of not McDowell, of Matt DiBenedetto there on that one. I thought he would have tried to just make the pass on him right there, so. But yeah, there we go. These, as I say, making these lap cars work. Here we go. 11 laps to go here. Working our way through this one. We got Amarola versus Chastain here, battling it out for the 5th position. Amarola has it. Yeah, Chastain wants it here. The AA battery is going to end up conceding the spot to Chastain. There we go. Like button's looking pretty lonely. Yeah, hey, we got 12 likes on the stream, but yeah, we've got 33 people hanging out in chat. Thank you for everybody that's decided to be a part of this. Yeah, right now we got AA battery of Eric Amarola looking to try and make. He and Chastain are going at it right now. Meanwhile, Taylor Gray gets passed by Nick Sanchez here for the 16th position. And Taylor Gray has really started to slide because he was battling for a top 10 spot about 5-10 laps ago. And now Taylor Gray has slid all the way back 7 spots from where he was 5-10 laps ago. I mean, that is certainly not great. 9 laps to go is not going to be an easy one, but now Allgaier does have officially a 1-second lead, which is kind of the story. It's like, okay, you just got to get that first second out in front of the field, and then you can really start to feel more comfortable. Here we go to the back bumper of the 9 of Chastain. Here's the 19 of Amarola. Amarola looking up the inside on Ross Chastain. Off the corner, Chastain contact. Amarola really trying to push the issue. He's got to be careful, though, that he doesn't wreck himself or Chastain, but he's putting on a clinic here as to how you can pass a car that does not want to get past. 8 laps to go. I mean, ultimately, the chrome horn is the ultimate way to move them, but you'd hope that honking honking a regular horn, these cars don't have a horn, but yeah, kind of tapping the rear bumper, letting them know that, hey, I'm here. Sounding the alarms, ringing the siren. But yeah, again, right now the 9 of Chastain continues to make progress here, while Amarola not far behind here. Alright, so here we go. 6 laps to go. 6 more times around. Let's see what we got. Again, Allgaier with a nearly 1.5 second lead now. And this one is definitely starting to turn into something, though. We got Chastain versus Amarola. These two have been dueling it out for the last several laps. But yeah, here we go. The two RCR cars have found each other on track as well, battling it out for the 7th position in the race. So we do have a couple of drivers fighting it out for positions with each other. It's just all of them behind the leader of Justin Allgaier. Allgaier is going to be extremely hard to beat here. Connor Zilic is still, I think, close enough to try and make a run, but he is going to have to turn up the wick tenfold here if he wants a real shot at this one. I mean, I would love to see a Connor Zilic win here. I think Connor Zilic winning on an oval would certainly add a lot of questions to the whole So here we go. I got 4 laps to go. This one's ticking away. Ticking. And there we go. Zilic just closed in 0.2 of a second. The question is, can Allgaier match? And if not, can Allgaier manage to hold on here? Not a lot of time left, but hopefully enough. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so here we go. Again, Allgaier out in first place here. And again, right now, Allgaier versus the field, and Allgaier is definitely winning it right now. And I say a little bit of smoke coming out of the 54 car, not enough to force a pit stop, but possibly enough to at least cause some concern here as we're coming down. Final 2 laps of the race. All he has to do is hang on for 2 laps for the 54. Yeah, again, right now it's going to be a really tough one here. Allgaier now extends it to 1.2 seconds over over Connor Zilich. 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air, and the rest of the field is crying uncle here as Justin Allgaier coming down the back straightaway one final time here at Nashville Super Speedway. And it is going to be Justin Allgaier looking up the inside on the 24 car. And race winner is going to be Justin Allgaier, winning it off the final corner. And there we go. He wins it, gets the fastest lap point, sweeps the weekend. 61 points earned on the day. Massive congratulations to Allgaier, Zilich, Mayer, Creed, and Chastain will round out your top 5. So, as per usual, we will go through the full finishing results, but if you guys were just waiting for the end of the race, that is going to be the end of this one. Not expecting a ton of drama here to end this one off. They got the American flag ready to celebrate, as it is the tail end of a Memorial Day weekend. Obviously, Memorial Day was this past week, but there we go. There we go. They're all celebrating this one, and again, we'll go through the full finishing order as per usual. But again, if you guys did just tune in for that, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing Detroit for the IndyCar, and we'll be doing the NASCAR Cup Series race as well. So should be a good one. But yeah, so again, as we mentioned, Allgaier out in front of the field, sweeps the weekend, gets stage 1 win, stage 2 win, the fastest lap award, and he wins the race. So great job for Justin Allgaier. Connor Zilich, as a road course ringer, coming up second in a oval race this early on in his career is great. Hopefully he can break through to get a win one of these days, but and as I say, certainly nothing to complain about there. The 2 Stewart-Haas cars coming home. Yeah, what did I say? It would be Chevy versus Stewart-Haas, and there it is. Sam Mayer and Sheldon Creed, 3rd and 4th. 5th was Ross Chastain. 6th, Eric Almirola. Then you got Austin Hill, Jesse Love, 7th and 8th. 9th will be Daniel Dye, and rounding out the top 10, Carson Kvapil. Sammy Smith comes home in the 11th position. Corey Day comes home in the 12th position, driving car number 17 for Hendrick Motorsports. Then you got Harrison Burton coming home in the 15th position. But yeah, so there we go. So again, yeah, Corey Day, 12th. 13th was Harrison Burton. 14th, Brandon Jones. And rounding out your top 15 will be Nick Sanchez. They're talking with Justin Allgaier down on the front stretch. But yeah, so you're getting Jeb Burton coming home 16th. Good day for him. 17th will be Brendan Poole. 18th is where we will find Josh Williams. 19th, Jeremy Clements. And rounding out the top 20 cars, who are the 20 cars that finish this race on the lead lap, it's Jeffrey Earnhardt in car number 24, running up the top 20. Thomas and Azetia coming home 1 lap off the pace in 21st. Ryan Sieg 22nd. 23rd will be Mayat Snyder. 24th will be Logan Bearden. And rounding out the top 25 will be Mason Massey. So we got so we got Mason Massey in 25th. 26th will be Taylor Gray. He had a tire coming apart late. He needed to try and preserve that thing. Gets it, limps it back 1 lap shy of the checkered flag, but hey, he gets there in the end. 27th will be Kyle C. 28th, Nick Lights. 29th is Mason Maggio, and running out your top 30 is going to be Anthony Alfredo. Blaine Perkins coming home 31st. 32nd will be Chris Wright. 33rd. So there we go. So yeah, so we got Blaine Perkins 31st, 32nd was Chris Wright, 33rd Matt DiBenedetto, Dean Thompson 34th, 35th is where we find William Sawalich, the pole sitter. Yeah, Christian Eckes 36th, 37th Ryan Ellis, and rounding out your 38 cars on the in the race with Parker Retzloff. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy this stream, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Again, tomorrow around noonish, we'll be live for the NASCAR, for the NTT IndyCar Series from the Detroit racetrack. And then we'll be here for the NASCAR at around about 7 o'clock. Yeah, 6:30, 7 o'clock for NASCAR, as we will be streaming the NASCAR Cup Series race. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody had a good time. If you guys did enjoy this stream, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Short video, if you guys had to do with this tonight. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!